Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Asia. Hey, Spectrum.
What's going on in here?
I'm just playing the, what should we call it, Outer Worlds game.
How was it?
Pretty good. Fallout in space, what's not to like?
I don't know, man. Last couple of Fallout games.
It's by the same people who made New Vegas. You know, not Bethesda, it's Obsidian.
Who'd you have to sell your soul to be able to be allowed to purchase?
No one?
As always, I am
just
at
bought
your
it.
disposal.
From Epic.
Anything you'd like to discuss?
Ah, Chinese.
They're only 40% Chinese.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
There we go. Can you hear me okay?
That's what
Yeah,
my
I can hear you
parents
now.
called it. I grew up in the pit of a
I
town,
have
much
to
like
restart
Edgewater.
Discord and add an administrator
I was destined to
mode
be
if
a
I'm gonna
laborer like
play
my
Star
parents,
Wars
but I
while
was
I
infected early with a need to
while I
solve the
do it.
equation.
There, now I can watch the stream again. So yeah, this is supposed to be good.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, ironic. They internalize the precepts of scientism. I envy that.
Scientism?
Yes.
Scientism.
The Order of Scientific Inquiry. Yes, that's their religion. Their scientisms.
Sure.
As versus the philosophists, which are the chaos end of the law-chaos spectrum, whereas they're full lawful.
I can just hear the Scientology lawyers revving up their injunctions right now. Oh man, Purple Berry Crunch. That's the cereal that makes your tongue purple.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and
There's got to
running.
be some joke I can
Alex
make here
likely
about a
recorded
lesbian
progress
LS.
notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? See you soon.
You named your ship the Unreliable?
It was named for me.
Well, it's bad luck to rename it. With a name like that, you might not need the extra bad luck on you.
Mm-hmm.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else? Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening. Well, it ain't exactly cruel to have the promise of a paying job. And that's all it is. You go where the company needs you, where your skills do the most good. Well, I'm good at making things. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader. Anyhow,
Yeah, so my priest consists of me, an engineer, and a priest.
They're really going for that Firefly audience there, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to
I
ground.
still can't get over how fucking butch your ship say hi is, though. Jesus.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltunican's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want it trunching through your teeth. This ain't a show. Move along. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan? Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
You're gonna be able to recruit him, aren't you?
Probably. He's a named NPC. Half of them.
Hell.
Well, except for apparently these Steve doors, 'cause there's 3 of them.
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Yes, he is the only named stevedore.
Christ, it's that vault all over again. With 5,000 people named Steve.
No. 13 was the one with the busted water chip.
Yeah, one of the vaults had, it was just one guy and he ended up cloning
That's
himself.
quite the impressive list of infractions.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Or at 10,000 light years. Thrill in amazement at the Planet of the Stevedores. Coming soon to your movie theater.
See, I like how right before the customs, they just like, alright, how many guns do you want? Would you
Hey, it's my kind of planet.
Mm-hmm.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here. Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford. You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? Be seeing you.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through your records. Just don't wait.
Huh? What's that noise? Guess it was nothing.
Can we talk?
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. Fortunately, we're in the... All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for... I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track... Thank you, Cap. This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Carry on.
Keep your sights out, friend. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
What do you think you're doing?
Easy
I'm
does
sorry
it.
for the misunderstanding.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists are one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while. Poor old sweetie. Here we go! We did it!
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardettes are... Got a hot one for... Swerving in the air was more... Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. The outlaw scientist fella, right. If you have an inkling of the where... Glad to hear it.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
What the hell's going on? We were in a holding pattern for 2 hours just to get in. Comms had to go on break. Chief didn't have enough hands to coordinate docking. Something about the radiators being busted.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws. Keep What can I do for you?
Well, I'd watch more of this, but I'm pretty beat. I'm gonna head on out. You guys have a good night.
See you.
Yeah, have a good one.
What seems to be the problem? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably,
Who
we
the
are
fuck is
dependent on the
FDA?
board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff.
I don't know,
We've
sounds
merely
familiar, though.
signed a supply
Yeah, he
agreement
sounds
with
really familiar.
Antitrios,
It's like I've heard
but
him
they
before. I just
demanded
can't
we only
remember
use their
what
branded drugs.
I heard him in.
And that's simply not tenable. Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Okay, gone quiet.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
For the last Ratchet on Rotten Time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Looks much like a pink wolf has a pink wolf helmet.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
CNP near Maple. CNP Force Pocket can be macro.
Betting on the toss ball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Put a couple of bits in Vera's pool.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of Spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? Fresh from the grinder, any hour.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have itching to wax.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, Gilbert.
What's going on?
Just started up the Outer Worlds on
XF-47? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Life to protecting our wonderful.
I will be right back.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
For brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon.
Hello? Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends.
Hello.
Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see
Greeting.
many visitors.
Hi. I need to run something.
I heard we had someone in impound.
Spectre.
Wish I
you
could
know how
help.
we watch
I gave the
stuff?
bureaucrats a
Do
motive
you have a
authority over freight
Skype?
traffic, and it rankles them good when I
I do
challenge
not.
it.
Okay, well,
Just so we
there's, like,
understand each
new
other, I'm the
updates
final
for
word on the
Skype.
ship.
Skype
The Mardits, the
nowadays,
crew, the
you can
engineers,
share
their
screen
family.
and you can
I hope there won't be any
hear
problems
the
while
other
you're visiting.
person's computer volume. Like you can hear the audio of that person's thing as well.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't
So
find
it
any.
shares
That's why I like
audio
it here.
through the computer,
So what brings
or
you
is
to
it
Groundbreaker?
like through the
I'm
mic?
curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer
No, it
is
shares
just passing through.
through the share screen. Like on Discord, how we share screen, and there's a little button that you can click
Interesting.
to also enable
The powers
audio.
that be paint an
So
ugly
like if
picture
I was
of
playing
Monarch,
the YouTube
critters and
video
such.
that we were watching on
Maybe
share
someone in the
screen, you could
promenade
also
can
hear
get you
the
the
video.
right weapon for the job.
Okay.
We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats.
Just
Makes it
now
hard to
found
trust
that out.
outsiders.
I wanted to run it by you.
You seem different.
How much does
Welcome
Skype
aboard.
cost?
Skype is free. Dude, Skype hasn't cost money in like what, 9 years?
It's gotta cost something. Bandwidth ain't cheap.
I didn't buy shit for Skype. It used to cost
Groundbreaker's
money when you had
radiators
to
need
like
replacement
put your
parts.
phone
They're
number
dumping
in
superheated
and have
air into my ship.
people on Skype and actually call your actual phone. That was before smartphones came around.
Only
and
the
now
board
there's
has access to
now
new
there's
parts,
a Skype app,
and I won't
now
let
you
them
can
swindle me into a
basically
corner.
use that in order to call people on your phone. But you know, Skype is free. It's completely free. Hell, Skype's been around
None.
way before even
Every time I give
TeamSpeak
in to the
was
board, Groundbreaker loses
Oh
its
boy.
freedom. Soon there won't
There
be
has to
anything
be
left.
some kind of
I
catch
can't allow
for
that.
that.
No. There
The
is
board isn't helping, and my
not that I can
resources are
think
spread
of.
thin.
Other than
If I
you
don't
have to
get
make
those
an account.
radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
I just now found that
Reasonable,
out. That,
huh?
I mean, I knew right
That's
away
the
that you
best
could
news I've heard
share
all day.
screen on Skype.
According to my grandmother's old
Didn't know
schematics, the
that
parts we
they've
need should be in the back
audio
bays.
as well. That's new to me.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned
that?
and a haven for miscreants now.
Lizard, do you know what Skype is? Does anyone know what Skype is? Spectre does not know what Skype is.
I know what Skype is, I just don't
Okay.
have it.
Did you? Okay, Lizard, do you have Skype?
No, it's crap.
Okay.
Good.
Not
Once you've obtained the
currently,
parts, we can proceed to the
does
next
it cost
phase of
money to have
repairs.
Skype? Is there a catch if you wanted to have a Skype account? What do you think?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah,
What can I do for you?
they're like app shit, just crap. And it like opens it
I
up on
didn't
its
think you
own.
just... Parvati,
It's just
is it?
really crap.
That's a
Don't
lovely
use
name.
Skype.
What can I do for
Excuse
you?
Why are you hating on
I was
Skype?
just
How is it
thinking,
crap?
I haven't
Nothing's
got much
wrong about
experience
Skype.
working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief
Skype is
Junlei.
kind of like Discord, except
Junlei is
Discord has
fine.
a lot more advantage. But turns out Skype has one advantage, is way more better than Discord.
Okay.
So,
Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
I'm kind of thinking I want to create a bureaucrat rank 0.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow,
What are you
great.
playing?
I'll do that then. Messages.
Outer
Later.
Worlds.
Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said. Sorry. I like it.
I don't want to switch
Honest.
to my computer
Sorry.
for the push to talk. It's just easier to use the phone.
Seems like everybody's buying the Outer Worlds.
It's. I know it's part of the Xbox Game Pass things. You can get it for really cheap.
Check.
Sorry, I missed something. What were you saying? I heard Gilbert, then Lizard's voice, and I think maybe a bit of Spectre's.
Last I heard, Spectre was saying something about the Outer Worlds.
So yeah, pretty much Skype is free. I've had Skype on my computer since I've had my computer. It's like the very first thing I ever downloaded when I had this computer. What does ORVPN mean? Oh wait, that sounds familiar. VPN sounds familiar.
I know. I'll take the cashier subgrade nod supervisory role. Just like real life.
Whoa now, you play this stuff to get away from real life.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I kind of like my job in the sense that I hate my job, but I like everything about the people I work with.
Okay. Users only need to pay when using premium features like voicemails, SMS texts, or making calls to a landline, cell, or outside of. But if you have Skype on your smartphone, you can just use Skype to call. So it's like, why would you want to use a landline? Why would you want to make a call to a landline? A command. But yeah, no, Skype is completely free. Skype is free for on computer, mobile phone, and tablets, and/or tablet.
Coaches and referees
If you are both using Skype, the call is completely free. Dude, how old is Skype? I need to ask that. How old is Skype?
At least 10 years, I want to say.
Skype is 16 years old, live buddy.
Who the?
Woof.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor
Almost,
from
but not
above
quite old
approaches
enough to
our
be tried
realm.
as an adult in
Back
court.
away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Hey, Microsoft Corporation is 44
Look at
years
this
old.
ripe piece of meat
Damn.
just sizzling on the grill. Yum yum. Time to
think
feed
Google
the
is that
flames.
old. I think Google's
Nothing
pretty young.
personal. Promise.
I don't remember Google back then.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning
There was
looks
no
like?
Google back then.
I don't
There
think
was
this
like
deck is too well
Yahoo.
ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
Google's been
came with the
around
crew.
since
Google's been around
early
been
2000s.
We got
I
plenty
believe.
of space to spread out,
21 years.
But only room for one captain.
Oh, since I was 4.
Here they come!
There's even a question people also ask, is Skype dead in 2019? So, no. Skype won't probably die but it most certainly is already dead for all intents and purposes. Its user base is shrinking fast, if not by actual number of user accounts, then at least by number of users that actually still use the app regularly. Which I do. Apparently Skype is worth $8.5 billion. Because me and Spectre like watching movies. And if there's an easy way to watch movies since Rabbit disappeared, why not use it? Hell, you can even make groups in Skype. I don't know if I think maybe, I don't know, we have to test it. If share screen can work in groups, then we could all watch a movie. But we don't have to get Skype.
I know that Discord's share screen and channel can be used in conjunction with RetroArch to run movies, although it doesn't seem to work in private chats.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just I tested I tested the share screen thing with my other friend. I couldn't hear it on his end because I think the reason why I couldn't hear it on his end was because he was transferring some of the audio towards his TV. So I wasn't listening to his computer version, I was listening to his TV version, which is confusing somehow. I don't know. We tried it on my end, having me share screen, and it worked.
It's so cozy.
I think I was supposed to negotiate with those guys. Oh well.
There's all kinds of negotiations in the
Right? I just picked a aggressive and permanent form of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. Or cut them off.
Groundbreaker without broken.
Here they come!
I'm an idiot. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh.
What's that?
I don't want to tell you.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Now we can move on to
Well,
greener pastures.
don't forget that in the future, whatever that was
Easy
or
does it.
is, or could possibly be.
I'm staring at it right now. I don't think I'll forget it.
Is it your legs? Did you
No.
forget that you have legs?
No.
Because I met a lot of people who forget they've had legs.
Ooh.
Does everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Don't mess with us.
Crap. I wish. If only my computer was strong enough. It's like the number one complaint in my life. Why aren't you strong enough? Damn it.
Have you tried putting your computer through a strict training regimen, backed by a really pumping 80s soundtrack, with occasional smash cuts into different training regimens?
Okay, I just had the most stupid question. Is the penis a part of the dick, or is the dick a part of the penis?
They're the same.
I do not rightly understand the miscomprehension that would prompt such a question.
I don't know what to say.
Someone just says, P-I-N-I-S, penis, part of the dick.
Well,
Then he got confused by himself, and then asked that question. Is the dick a part of the penis, or is the penis a part of the dick?
They are one and the same.
And then the other person answered that question though with, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm.
I don't think
brain
those both
hurts.
belong. I don't think that belongs in two different categories.
I mean, plus obviously the chicken or the egg came first.
Listen, what do you think?
Also, at least the chicken and the egg are different stages of development. The penis and the
You've
dick are
returned, and in one
literally the
piece.
same
Color
thing.
me
That'd be
impressed.
like saying, are phalange
Good work.
and fingers
I'll
the
take
same
those.
thing?
I need you to head through the large door. at
Who
the far
entered
end
and
of the
left,
engineering
by the
hall.
way?
Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft.
That poor bastard.
There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call
He
over the
always
ship's
shows
PA.
up for the weird
And bring
shit.
weapons. There's a
I
slight
just
noise
heard
of
it and I
infestation.
had to repeat it because it's like, oh my god. It said it was the most stupidest question ever.
More than a few.
I think that
Less than a
question may
hundred.
be dumber by
Nothing you
hearing
can't
it.
handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
I'll just name this character Gilbert.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship.
Why don't
you don't
name
got a thing to
him
worry about.
Beelzebub?
I mean, aside
No,
from
wait, you say he was
virus.
like a clerk office worker,
I'm
right?
genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
I changed him to generic colonist because, I mean, you're right. I really don't want to work a space retail job.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a perfect joke there you could have done.
What?
Should have named him Gilbert.
I got a David, so it's supposed to be David, but just change the G to a D. Dilbert.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. No command pillars. Advising my trade for what you did.
Why is it that in the future all the women have these Justin Bieber looking haircuts?
No comment. I could tell you right now, but I don't know. It might be sexist.
The outer world. Like, where do you get your ship's computer, Gilbert? It is the single most butch AI I've ever seen in my life.
Also, it's like the typical haircut of everyone in the fucking universe. They all have the same haircut.
Oh
Yeah.
god, they all have the Kim Jong-un cut? Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like they all went to the same barber that Justin Bieber goes to.
Where are you looking?
Hold on a second, I have to look up what Justin Bieber looks like.
You don't know what. There.
They shouldn't have stood in our way.
See, I am a man of class. I don't listen to his music.
You have no sisters?
None.
I have a sister. She has better taste than that.
Yeah, my little sister didn't. She like, oh my god, I love Justin Bieber! Don't get me wrong, I liked the Backstreet Boys at a point in my life. But, yeah. I also liked the Beatles though too, so I wasn't complaining.
Have you considered disowning your sister?
I can't really do that right now since she's given birth to a niece who I sort of adore, even though I barely spend time with her.
So what you're telling me is that you're allowing her to breed.
It's already bred. Technically. Unless she's
See-
planning on getting another spawn.
Alright. See, what I'm hearing here is that you need some help learning how to engage in infanticide.
It's fantaside.
You need to play some CK2, is what he's saying.
Just take the pillow, right, and place it over the baby's face. And hold it firmly until the baby stops moving.
No!
So Cece, you're going to need to very specifically here, need to sterilize your sister, and then engage in both infanticide and filicide. Close. It's children. It's killing children.
Oh, that wasn't the infant side then?
Well, that's infanticide. That's killing a baby.
What? My sister's not a child though.
Exactly. She's the filicide.
She's not a baby.
No, infanticide is for babies. Filicide is for your sister. Fratricide is for your brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's gillified?
Wait.
No.
Fill up her sister. That's sibling. Wait, run that by me again. I want to make sure I have the terms right next time I have you.
Someone's coming, Captain.
What's satisfied?
I know matricide is killing your mother. Patricide is killing your father.
Yeah, I know those two.
Infanticide is killing a baby. Which one's killing your brother and which one's killing your sister?
brother is fratricide.
It's fratricide. Frat.
Oh wait, no. Filicide is your daughter. I think it's sororicide is your sister.
Yeah, that would make sense for sister. Wait, then what's killing your son if filicide is killing your daughter?
But
Maybe that's your son. I don't. You've got all of the Roman designations mixed up in my head now. And I should know all of them because I had like 4 fucking years of Latin.
You did?
Yes. Don't even sound excited. It was awful.
Shut up. That was amazing. That's rare.
Well done. We're still alive.
And that's knowing that it is a
If you don't know what that means,
god awful.
Yeah, it's all fun and games till you gotta start the conjugating.
Yeah. One of my friends at the university, I looked at his Latin homework because he was going for like a history major with a business minor. Holy shit. Latin is fucking insane when it comes to its conjugation.
Yes, sir.
I have found the language to both make an incredible amount of sense and also be extremely unwieldy.
done. The temperatures are dropping.
Okay, so feticide would kill a fetus, filicide is killing one's child, fratricide is killing your brother, infanticide is killing an infant, Mariticide is killing one's spouse. Matricide is killing your mother. Nepocide is Nepicide is killing one's nephew. Patricide is killing one's father. Sororicide is killing one's sister.
You guys always have fun conversations when I come in here.
So it turns out there is no distinction in the kind of child. It's just all children are filicide.
My boys are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I
I
believe
would have
Edna
sworn
has a
that there would
console
be
sheet that could use your
distinctions
attention.
for. Oh, fuck.
I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you a
I mean,
premium
there
meds.
probably is, but it's not an oft-used one, I guess.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say now, damn it.
What you playing?
They're playing the Outer Worlds, I am playing Stalker. With the Call of Chernobyl mod.
Never get into that game.
It's very good. Just got into a rather rowdy encounter with a small squad, and 2 of them had grenade launchers. I almost died. And this is a game where bullets and grenades do not fuck around. And those grenade launchers they had were of the revolving chamber type.
Yay, I have no discernible aptitude.
Lizard, where'd you go?
I'm dead.
Hey, Meta.
Sup, bitch?
Mostly I'm trying to figure out why everyone sounds so weird right now.
Did you check your ears?
I mean, yeah, it's the same headset though I normally use. I could
Did
just
you have your ear canals replaced in your sleep?
You know, that would explain the ice water bath.
Oh, those Vietnamese ear canal harvesting gangs.
What? No, not Vietnamese. It's probably the Koreans from the local laundromat.
Sure.
You
I'm
aiming to
telling
send a
you,
message?
man, they work for
If
Kim
so, we best do it now
Jong-un.
while we still got time.
Super racist.
Me? No.
In
but
all
our
honesty,
relaying
though,
capabilities?
the couple that
That's
runs
on the
the
final
Korean
countdown.
laundromat are like delightful.
We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5. No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it
Hello?
was 36
Koreans have met
or sometime dire soon.
Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Our primary relay
I
station's
told them
soon
that.
to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or
You
thereabouts.
engaged in
The event's
homicide?
forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
And that's
I
our problem,
engaged
Hal.
in fraternizing.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Which I don't remember what that means. Someone tell me.
Yeah,
Usually
I'm
just,
working
like,
on it.
socializing.
I finally got the chief to approve the
Really?
budget for a diagnostic expedition.
I fraternized.
But
more
allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by
There's Google,
Junlei.
Look it up.
The
There's
chief.
Access to the internet.
Spectre says Google is bad.
You save my comm center
He
from
means
chaos.
Google
I guarantee
Translate.
I'll get the chief to authorize some payment
Google
forms with your name on them while you're out
Translate
fixing
is
the station.
exactly the best when it comes to conjugating words.
Not really. Not
I
really.
should say no, but
me and Forrest
why not?
a while back when I
Maybe
was
you can
trying
figure out
to
why
be
it's offline.
stupid.
I'll send you with an
and,
equipment manual. Hopefully we'll
I
get
tried to
lucky,
find
or I'll
his
get my
house and
approval in
whatnot.
time.
I kept on saying
Hope you
all
don't
the
mind if I
Finnish,
borrow that manual when you're done with it,
towns
Captain.
super fucking
I could do with some leisure
Uh,
reading.
You know what?
Cece?
Let's make
Oh,
fun
and
of
I'll need you
myself.
to retrieve a
Let's
copy of
learn
the
some-
relay's
I said its
backup
ability
data.
to
I gotta forward any
conjugate.
messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
If you punch in some Latin into Google Translate, it, for the most part, will
The
get
relay
the
stations
correct
orbit
root
the edge of the
word,
Halcyon
but it
system,
will
so they tend to
incorrectly
receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm
Hey,
sure the
Siri.
station's got a stack of junk messages
What does
just waiting for
conjugate
me to
mean?
sort through.
I'm so sorry.
Siri said, what does navigate mean?
That's not how that works, Siri.
I love it when I ask Siri, you know, I'm gonna just ask, hey Siri, what's 0 divided by 0?
Imagine that you have 0 cookies and you split them evenly among
Cece,
0
do you need
friends.
to do that over your mic?
Yes, because I want you to hear it.
See, it doesn't make sense. And Cookie Monster is
Fine. Fine.
Also, it proves no point.
I think it's so funny. It's a funny joke. I told one of my friends to type that into their calculator and smartphone, and she got scared because her phone went red.
You told her what to type? What?
0 divided by 0.
And her phone turned red.
Yeah, her text. The text on her phone went red with error. She's like, why did you make me do it to my phone? You've made me piss it off. It was awesome.
I'm gonna hop off to play Outer Worlds. See you guys later.
See you.
Hey, Meta.
What?
Do you have Skype?
Do I have what?
Skype!
Skype?
Yeah.
I guess technically,
What do you mean? What does technically mean to you?
I have a Microsoft account, so I guess technically I have a Skype. Why?
Wait, did Skype buy Microsoft?
Yes, Skype on
I mean,
Microsoft.
the other way around. Did Microsoft buy Skype?
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess technically you may have one. I don't know. I mean, I know once you get like a Microsoft account, you probably like automatically
goes the
maybe
hunt?
get Minecraft or something.
I've been ruminating on it.
No.
Nothing excessive, mind
No?
you, but the scoundrel deserves a
Minecraft
light
is still
beating
a
at
paid
least
game.
before he kicks off.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
have to
don't know.
pay for
I don't know that struggle because
I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardettes
It's
back,
still like
the
30
Mardettes
bucks.
have got yours. Here's the bounty payout.
It's
Nice
also
work down there.
sold
With any luck, we can
150
hire more
million
sharp-eyed bounty
copies.
hunters like you in the future.
What?
Minecraft.
Oh, it's being
Sorry,
good.
With that bastard
180
McRed
million
dead,
copies.
there ain't much else in the
Hey,
offing.
you want to know something?
Not
Skype
that I'm complaining,
is
mind you.
worth $8.6 billion. Also, it's 16 years old.
So yeah, Microsoft buying it around 10 years ago makes sense.
Hi, Gilbert.
Yay, Gilbert's back.
That's quite a
It
reaction.
get cooler in here?
So, are you gonna change it to Dilbert?
What is that, the lawful neutral version of Gilbert?
Yeah. Dilbert's the lawful neutral.
What is the chaotic neutral?
I think it was Filbert? No.
Ratbert?
God damn it, now I need to check. Hold on.
Trying to figure out how to spell a word. I hope that's how to spell it right. Wait a minute. Isn't conjugate like conjugate? Isn't conjugate kind of like that thing in prison where you can get like conjugal visits? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's where you take a verb and you fuck it in the ass. And to conjugate something is to like list out all the different tenses of the word. As an example, I walk, you walk, he, she, or it walks, we walk, you walk, and they walked.
You looking to shoot target?
So it's like,
Whereas in
they
Latin,
are there, and then there. Like how there's like 3 different theirs.
yeah, not exactly. Theirs are homonyms. If I'm not mistaken, is the word.
I don't know. But yeah, it's like there as in they are, or there as in over there, or there as in their dog.
That's homonyms. So
I hate all of that. I hate homonyms. You think if I ask Moth very nicely to delete his post, you think
You looking to shoot? Why, it gets all the better. So, take your. What if you like?
no idea what you're talking about.
So.
Yeah, like whereas in English it would be like I walked, you walked, he, she, or it walked. In Latin it would be ambulabam, ambulabas, ambulabat, ambulabamus, ambulabatus, ambulabant.
You looking?
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Have a look.
How to check if you have epilepsy?
Stand in front of a bright flashing light.
And what is it?
Well, don't take my... Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltoon.
How do I know what the results are if you don't tell me what's gonna happen if I do? Or what
If
should
you
happen
did, that'd
if
be
I have
good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you
You'll
do,
know.
please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract.
All I know is
So, what can I...
Shit. I don't know.
Shit.
All I know is that when it
I mean,
happens, like if I
yeah,
see something like going
excellent.
like fast
Yeah, that was
pace
intentional.
or like
As
a
the
light,
face of
I guess
Spacer's
pretty much
choice,
changing
it's my
color
honor to be
a
a
little
public
too
figure.
fast. All I
Who
know
needs
is that
privacy
it
when you
distracts
have
me
job security?
very much, and also makes my head start to hurt after a while, and I get a little dizzy. Is that epilepsy?
I'm bound to satisfy
No.
headgear-related inquiries.
Okay.
Please send any
You'll
complaints
know
to
if
our
you had
Consumer
epilepsy.
Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice. I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time. Sprite Wire. Don't miss out on these deals. Trouble sleeping? try our lunar eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills, what the blast. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares. At Spacers, even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth? Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the... It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I...
This is Halcyon News. We... Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Watch it!
Auntie Cleo.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted
Go back to
terrorists
Byzantium,
in
you
these
gold-plated
Report any
bastards.
sightings to your local board.
Yeah, if no one wants to watch Groundbreaker.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
We
You
interrupt.
think the board and its agent...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except the good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorite, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Got word from Udam, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Hello. Aren't you like the Lord of VIP? I forget. Aren't like you and God or whatever?
Well, God's the bitch. I'm the overlord.
But you both were like the overlords.
See, God does dirty things to me when I tell him to. That means I'm the boss.
If it's particularly unreliable in the Reston Joe, I believe I'll sleep on the ship.
So the community's like their child, and then he turns babysitter.
And now for a special word from...
You're back.
Why do I have Pirates of the Caribbean song in my brain? In years since I've seen that movie.
I don't know.
Now if I had the Davy Jones song in my head, that would make sense. But it's a Caribbean one.
Skype's code of content. Don't publicly display or use the services to share inappropriate content or material involving, for example, nudity, bestiality, pornography, offensive language, graphic violence, or criminal activity. You know, I like how the second example, they have is bestiality.
Wait, what were you reading?
Because it must have been an issue.
I know. Skype's terms of use.
Oh, dude, come on. I have a friend. Bruh. Okay, they don't care. They won't look at your freaking private messages, to my knowledge. Because me and my friend, we showed pictures. He likes it so much.
Bless
Well,
my
that's just
heart.
bull right there.
A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you
Who
how good
even
my
reads
sugar
the
cookies are?
usage thing.
Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven.
Well, I
Just
am,
like
for
store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board.
That the Pete?
You and I could be
It is
thrown
the
to the
Pete.
void just for
Why is your
discussing such a
name
transaction.
Why do you keep on changing
Lucky
your
for us,
picture?
Groundbreakers
You're
are
hurting
free
my
to
brain.
change.
My picture.
We're outside of the board's
Hurting my
control.
brain.
I am
For
the
the
only
time
person
being,
on
at
the
least.
server named Pete. If anyone
Now,
else named
I
Pete
only have
shows
the
up,
one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be
Testament
cheap.
to fire.
If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Or we're just watching Under play.
You've certainly been
Outer-
blessed with an abundance of sass,
No,
haven't you?
I'm
But it's your
trying
interstellar
very
currency I'm
stealthily
interested
in. A
in,
way to
not your
convince
nethers.
Spectre. Very. Put that in like those little.
I find I'm in
quotation
need of a ship
things.
captain with a little
Very hard.
moral
To
flexibility.
try to convince.
Might be this
Spectre
could
to
help
get
out the
Skype.
groundbreaker, as well as earn some
Why
bits.
would you get
At
Skype?
least check it
But
out.
if you've got qualms,
Why though?
Because on the share play option,
do you know
can actually
Edna
listen to
over
the
in
person's
engineering?
audio as well
Sweet as a pea,
the
that
share.
one.
What you can't
On
do
occasion, she'll pass
on
along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called
I just think
Roseway.
it's shit.
And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Wait, did you say you used to eat shit?
No, I said I just took a
Can't
shit
say I know
because he
for
asked
sure.
what we were doing.
Maybe it never really was. Sounds like someone poking
Doesn't
into
that
somewhere
mean
they
you
shouldn't be
did
got into a
take a
spot of
shit?
trouble.
You're not
Comm
doing
centers
it
don't operate
since
themselves,
you're still
Captain.
currently
Someone had to
taking
have sent
a
that
shit.
distress call manually.
Those
I used
corps are
the
cleverer
past
than all
tense
get
and
out.
said took.
No, you've
Might
got
have
a
been a
smart
ruse to
toilet with
keep the
built-in
rest of the
tablet
board
that
from
connects to the
sniffing
toilet.
around.
I'm actually working on that. Not quite there yet.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling,
So how's your day,
might be I could
Overlord?
find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will
I've
pay
been
top
asleep
bit for inside
pretty much the
information
whole
on their
day.
competitors.
So
The
that's
more we
fun.
got the corps
Is that
fighting
normal
each
for
other,
you?
the less time they got to meddle in our
over
affairs.
midnights, yeah. I was up until I
Don't
woke
forget to
up
come find old
at
Gladys
10
when you're
a.m.
done.
I was up till about 3 p.m. and then I was
I've
like,
got a
I'm
lovely
tired,
little
I need
throw
naps. Then I
Just
slept
something I
until
tossed
now.
together.
This character looks like they couldn't decide if they wanted a little old lady or a little old man to be like
right
the character that they went with.
Maybe they're a little old and non-binary.
Oh, God's non-binary too.
Can I ask you something with hopefully you don't get upset?
What, me?
I'm already upset.
What?
Well, okay, did you just wake up? Cause I like, do you sound? I don't remember how when we used to. Bleh. I can't remember meetings. I'm not good with memory, so I don't remember when we last heard your voice. Do you sound like that, or are you drunk, or are you just sleepy?
I'm Batman.
Okay, but that doesn't answer the question.
I'm always drunk.
Okay. Just I hear you slurring your words, and I'm just like,
Yeah, dude, you couldn't have said that in a more drunk-sounding way.
hmm?
I don't drink. What are you talking about?
Okay, now that's fair.
I'm not drunk. I swear, Ossifer.
I really like the aesthetic of this game. It's got like that sort of, I don't know what you would call it, like something ending in the word punk.
It's got that Buck Rogers aesthetic to it, like a little
That's
bit.
it. Yeah, thank you, Spectre. Is that like power armor, or does your character always look like that?
That's heavy armor.
Okay, so like Fallout power armor.
Kind of like Fallout 3 generation power armor. It's not like Fallout 4's drive around and you have to
Yeah,
get
no,
out
I'm
and
talking
refuel
like
the damn
Windows
tank
power
every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This fucking orc just jumped off a roof to avoid giving me intel. What the fuck? What a bitch.
Oh god, I went to paste an email and instead I got Stack Trace.
It's one hell of an email.
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons. How do you do? Sorry. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up.
Okay,
Huh.
Siri.
Now that I heard.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's getting late here. Although it's only 11, which is early for me.
You have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you, I will.
See, I want to get that game, but I can't because I still haven't even beat like Fallout 4 yet.
I mean, does it really matter?
It does, because like, now I'll just add to the games I've never fucking finished. Because then I'll play it, but then I'll never finish it. And you know, I can't do that to myself again. Trying to finish off Shadow of War right now. That'll take a while.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military...
Still getting acquainted? Fine. Chief Tennis.
Great. Wanna try? Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading the ship.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
No kidding.
What?
But some random fucking stevedore
okay.
would try and
Well,
join the crew just
can you
because
give me
he's
a
the
couple
only
pointers?
named stevedore.
Hey, that's good advice. I like the way you think, boss. Besides, not like there's a line of folks standing around hoping to get on your ship. I'm persistent, I'm eager, and I'm showing initiative. What else do you want in your crew? Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Alright, so now what the hell do I do with this thing? Now let's maybe make a goddamn Microsoft account.
Wait, really? It made you get a Microsoft account?
Yep.
Really? All I had to do was just make my Skype. Well, that was a long time ago. So
Oh, this dude just fucked up my bodyguard.
I guess tell me your username. That's all I can think of.
Rusty Shackleford.
Dude. Would you please copy and paste that?
All that dude was a shitty bodyguard.
Are you dead?
What?
Are you dead?
No.
Is he dead?
My bodyguard's dead. Yeah, this dude just like picked him up and then stomped on his head.
But you're not dead.
No.
I'd say he did his job then.
Yeah, but my other bodyguard has managed to do his job without getting killed.
Look, the man took a boot to the head for you. What do you want?
I like what
Okay.
you've done with the
And
place.
Kragagor
Kitschy
did better than.
collectibles are such a human inclination.
Inspector,
Yes.
there are a lot of rusty Shacklefords.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
So, is there another way?
Oh, he's too powerful.
Like, did you put a username?
Give me a minute to figure this fucking thing out.
I mean, if you want, I can just tell you mine. I'll give you a big yes. It's what do I use? What do I use for almost every login?
What? What?
What are you playing, Hayes?
This is Shadow of War. This dude's death-defying. I just went to fucking kill him, and he fucking defied death, apparently.
I don't know if you watched the big finale, but Halcyon Helen finally took down the chief of the Savages with a guest appearance from none other than the Masked Marketeer.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
I was tempted to let him live because he's kind of a badass, but nah, he dead.
Because
Something
he
on
hanged
your
on
mind?
for so close of time. Why should I kill
I'm a
him?
surgeon by training and a pirate
Well,
by
he also gives me
inclination.
He worked his
legendary
butt off.
gear,
Not much
so-
else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona.
That
I make
reminds
a
me of
mean
something
zero-G
that
cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
a girly game community that I'm in. We talked about how this lady her
Sure
parents
do.
used to
Some of
leave
it was
like the
even
door
legal.
unlocked all the time, and apparently even her boyfriend, his family left the door unlocked. And then
There's
they
a
were
lot of business
home
that goes through the
when
Groundbreaker.
all of a sudden
Some of
someone
it's
came into the
board-authorized
house,
freight hauling,
like
and some of it's not.
on the second, not the
I've
second,
done all
the
types of
first
work with
floor
all
because they were
kinds of
all on the
crews.
second floor.
If there's
and
one
stole
thing
a
you ought to
TV.
know about me, it's that I won't tell you your
And
business.
I was saying how,
Your
first of all,
ship,
if that happened
your
to me,
way.
I would move out. Someone else agreed with me. And I'm like, actually, you know what? I kind of would be extremely
Glad to hear it.
impressed
It's worked for me this
if
long.
they managed to move my big ass television.
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually
And
zero-G
then
brew with some
another girl
Spectrum vodka
said
if you're lucky.
how,
Purple berry.
her TV is bolted to her wall, and
I'll make you one
she would also be impressed. And then
No
the one other girl joked about how you kind of have to like give them, you probably have to give them the TV because of how hard they worked for it.
Ship's starting to feel like home.
All right, run the test whenever.
Alright. It's
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. See you soon, Captain.
What happens if you ask? What happens if you tell your ultra butch ship AI that you're in the mood for entertainment under?
I don't know. I'm a little scared to ask.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a contract for Sublight.
C&P Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run,
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Some freelancers sneer at Sublight for setting up a storefront, but they rake in the bits.
Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved on from Groundbreaker yet.
Hey, Tobias. How's the leg?
Good as you left it, ma'am. Still bends and everything. Took some extra lead while I was on a job. Ellie here patching me up good. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed. I won.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty routine around here.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch. Just like in the serials. If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed.
C&P Chicken and Potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P. Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that.
Yo, what up?
Right now. Okay, here we go.
I am hearing 3 echoes
Let's
of
see
my chant.
here. Talking about old friends, got
It's
to
fun.
thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
I wonder if you can set your ship's engineer up with your ship's AI.
I don't know. Let's see where this goes. Hey, look, there's an arms dealer I ripped off.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you.
Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said and feeling my heart shake. Oh, wow. You remembered. Well, that's fruit and such, right? Okay, wine it is. Bottoms up.
Good choice for getting sloshed when you want to act fancy about it.
Wow, this is really kind of nice, actually. Who'd have guessed old fruit could taste so good? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing? You're funny. Yeah, I guess we're doing that, aren't we? Crewing together, seeing the stars. It's like something out of a serial. I like the ones with grand romances. And I think I'm flubbing mine. I don't know what to do about us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Exactly. Takes a lot of trust to hand over that kind of blackmail material.
I don't know, I'd call it, sensual. That's
Who owns
lot.
Discord? Is it an independent contractor?
Company called Discord.
Is it an actual company that's called Discord, or is it actually like a tiny little company? Kind of like how YouTube was a tiny little company.
Oh,
It
they're
was
not
real
very
long
tiny,
and
but
rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his
I'm gonna
favor.
ask, who owns Discord?
This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went
Discord
down the
software.
tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
Someone named Jason Citron
I
is the
just got a
co-founder
lot of feelings,
of
Captain, and
CEO
they're all
of Discord.
climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my
Jason
nerve.
Pie voted.
Come on,
I
Captain.
voted
I'm here
from
to drink.
Game development
Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little
in
woozy.
2015.
Hydration.
Launched
Here I come.
Discord with the goal of bringing
Aw,
players
this
together
is just about to get fun.
around the
Shush you.
games they love.
Jenna.
Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time.
It's like
Even
everybody's
about
streaming.
silly things, but
Not everybody.
I'm so scared.
Stream all the things.
Everything?
Their own shitty
I
cable
got a
company.
solar system's worth of terrifying
Discord
questions thrown around my
safe for
head.
kids, bruh.
Does she think I'm as
No.
pretty as I
Yeah,
think she's
it's not
handsome?
safe for kids.
That's
What
what
if
one
she's
of
like
no
me?
on Google.
What if
Okay,
she
when
does?
you ask a
The
question,
internet in
What if she's
general
still
is
got
never
feelings for
safe
that lady,
kids.
Isabel?
you ask
What if
Google
we
questions.
get
They also
together
ask
and
like, this is what people
she gets
also
bored
have
of me?
asked about this subject that you're asking about. Does Tencent own Discord?
There's nothing easy about
God hope
about
not.
spilling your guts to the
It says
person who's
even
got
if
your heart in their
Discord
hands.
gets purchased by someone
You know
else,
I'm not interested in
Tencent
physical
wins
affection.
because they
That's-
already own a piece of Discord.
Well, it's tripped folks up
in their
in the
latest
past.
round of feature
Folks I thought
funding,
cared about me for me.
Tencent
What if she's not okay with
Holdings
that?
was one of the investors.
What if she is, but then later
God
she's
damn,
not?
do they not? They got their fingers in as many pies as Disney. It's ridiculous.
They probably have their fingers in more than what Disney has.
Does Facebook own
I
Discord?
don't know. I mean, Disney already owns 90% of the radio stations in the U.S.
Disney already owns 90% of the entertainment industry.
Since Twitch
Just move on?
bought
Like,
Curse
snapping your fingers?
instead, Discord
I don't know.
can't
Maybe I
expect
got a weak
an
heart. It
easy
all just seems
exit unless it can
Twitch
attract.
bought Curse?
according
Yeah.
to Google.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're right.
Happened a while ago.
Just wish it were that
This
easy.
is
is all.
news is from 2017
I'm not used to speaking free with
that I'm
folks.
reading right now.
Back in Edgewater, there wasn't no one who
Um,
wanted to know my mind.
Unless it can
Excepting my
attract
dad.
Facebook, Google,
Gosh, I don't know
or
that I got that in me.
China-based giant
Sometimes I
to
feel real mean
draw
inside, Captain.
it into one of their
I
own.
think ungenerous thoughts.
Discord has promised to keep its core product and features
so, but-
free forever.
I want to be
I
my
don't know
best self for her.
if
A
Google
good
buys
person
you. I
worth
don't
caring
know
for.
about that.
Well,
Oh
Captain,
no, they'll
this has
keep it
been...
free. They'll just take all your data.
This has been a whole lot.
and
I
sell
gotta
it.
just... Wow. So much to think about.
They're probably just.
Oh.
You know, when we stream, they're probably just
gosh, I-
watching the
I don't
streams
know,
and just
Captain. Do you
collecting the data
think I
from
should?
the streams.
Microsoft is partnering with popular gaming chat app Discord. Xbox One owners
all right.
will be able to
There's
link
no need
their
to strip your
Discord
screws over it.
profile directly
Okay.
to an Xbox Live
I'm gonna do it.
profile from a
I'm gonna
console.
ask June out.
And PC
Just as soon
players
as we
will
get back
be
to the
able
ship.
to do the same
I mean,
through regular
probably.
Discord. There's a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of
because they're trying to
partners.
fight
Thanks
it. They're
for
trying to
hearing me
fight
out
against
and giving me
Twitch
counsel.
with Mixer.
And, well, for being a friend.
Woof.
It means a whole lot.
Wow, a lot of people are partnered
You're good
with
people,
Discord.
Captain.
If you think
This
about
was
it.
fun.
I
We
mean,
should do it
if
again
Discord's
after you
not
send that
wholly
message.
owned by Microsoft or Google
All right.
or Facebook or
Thank you,
Tencent
guys.
or
You're
Amazon,
real good friends, you know that?
you know,
I wish-
then they gotta
Dude.
partner with
I wish
people
there was a
to stay
place we could all
alive.
live quiet
Dude.
together.
All I asked.
Come on, let's go.
All I asked was who owns Discord, and it basically told me that like people own it.
Well,
Wait a minute,
Is it
is she
public?
wearing goggles under her goggles?
Yes, she is.
Is this a Master Chief situation? Take off the helmet. What's underneath? Another helmet.
Also, notice she's got those Metroid power armor shoulders going on too,
Mm-hmm.
like the exact same ones.
Is Hayes even here?
Yeah.
Where are we headed today, Captain?
What are you
The
playing?
stars are the limit.
Shadow 4?
Hey, Captain.
Did
I hope
you
I
play
wasn't
Shadow of
too
Mordor?
much bother. Some of the drinks we
first,
drank,
of course.
and I don't feel it today.
All
Does
of the
Discord have a Discord?
I messaged June
Who
later when we
asked
got back, and she replied super quick.
Wait, what happened to her second pair of goggles?
I was
They're
awake
gone now.
half the night. I
There's
reread my.
7.5 billion people in the world. It's a lot of people. Someone's gonna ask the stupid questions.
I've ruined. I want. I ought to.
Okay, so apparently, in the 13 years, apparently Discord is 13 years old. It seems shorter than that. It's already worth 2 billion.
Makes sense.
Really? It's 13 years old? Seems a lot more younger than that.
You know, Botox can do a lot.
Oh wait, no! It's stupid Google. Seriously? I asked how old is Discord? It tells me how old you should be when you get a Discord.
I was about to say there ain't no way Discord's 13 years old.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, apparently according to this, its initial release was 2015. So it's 4 years old. And it still doesn't change the fact that it's 4 years
How
old
old is
and it's
TeamSpeak?
worth 2.6 billion. I'll ask Google, give me a second.
How old is TeamSpeak?
TeamSpeak was on June 5th, 2000.
The first TeamSpeak or TeamSpeak 3?
The first public release of the TeamSpeak 3 SDK
It's a
was
touch
on
different from the
June
ones I've
5th,
seen.
2008.
Shouldn't be so hard to get it
with
patched up,
the
though.
Perfect spot
integrated
for some peace
solution
and quiet.
in the MMO game Yada Yada Online. Open beta of TeamSpeak 3 was released on December 9th, 2009.
Yeah, the actual prior versions of TeamSpeak were around for ages.
18. TeamSpeak is 18 years old. Dude, someone's asked Google, does NASA use TeamSpeak?
Is this space lesbian seriously trying to be stealthy and bright hot pink power armor?
Yes.
Oh, someone has
Also,
asked.
all these haircuts are all starting to make sense.
Someone has asked, what is better, TeamSpeak or Discord?
Well, she's following my lead where I'm being stealthy in my heavy power armor.
What is
Okay, but at least yours isn't
DDoS
hot pink.
protection? What does DDoS protection mean?
Dedicated denial of service protection.
Oh wait, is that what DDoS means?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cue the NBC the one you want to say.
Da-da-da-da. Wait, no, that's not that. Wasn't it that? Da-da-da-da. See, that sounds like the fucking birds from stupid Hunger Games.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's another thing too. You had to pay for TeamSpeak, didn't you?
For the servers, yes.
Yeah. Discord, you don't. So that's a pro.
I miss TeamSpeak. We had ribbons on TeamSpeak. I looked like a goddamn Cuban dictator.
Serious? That's what you mean? Discord offers a paid option for an app called Discord.
Yeah, Nitro lets you do stuff like have a GIF as your profile
GIF?
picture.
GIF, GIF,
Like
whatever.
certain Hazelnut does. As well as like stream
My
and
picture
higher
is a GIF.
quality. It also lets you boost a server. I have no idea what the hell that does.
For 2 boosts, you get extra emoji slots. If you get 10
Wait,
boosts-
emojis are a resource that needs to be conserved? Since when?
They also give you like a server banner and some other stuff that we lost because we lost one of our boosters.
What about? I mean, doesn't? You can go.
Yeah, emojis are not a resource that needs to be conserved when you only use like 20 of them. But I think you get a limit of 50, or you get a limit of like 50 reactions and then 50 like normal emojis or something like that. And with 2 boosts, you get an extra 50 split half and half or something. And then with 10 boosts, you get another 50 split half and half. You can get up to like 200 or some shit like that.
Been that way ever since the emoji riots of '06.
I wish there was a way that we could just change the word emoji. We call it something else and not emoji. Creepy faces. I can't hear the word
Hipster
emoji
hieroglyphic.
anymore. That sounds
Hipster
better.
hieroglyphic.
Hipster hieroglyphic. Yeah. I can't hear the word emoji anymore thanks to who made the Emoji Movie? Disney?
I don't think so.
I don't think you'd say they created it so much as they were party responsible for it.
They participated. Anything that
Real
participated in
flick.
that shit.
Wait.
Hi, coffee. I need coffee. I'm drinking tea.
Oh, that filthy Canadians here? Jesus.
Canadians
Oh,
are
man, I got an
nice.
article for you.
Hey, Coffee, are you ashamed of your profile picture now that Youngblood is out?
No. Why should I be ashamed?
You probably
Because
don't need my
Youngblood.
diagnosis, but he's
Is
definitely
that
dead.
good or bad? I don't follow any of those things. I just played the first
Get it to himself,
Wolfenstein,
Captain?
and I liked it, and I just like the picture. I don't have any connection or affiliation or any strong opinions on it. I don't follow it.
Apparently, the second Wolfenstein is good as well. Not Youngblood, though.
The one with the girls was bad.
The one with the girls were bad.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You guys should buy Super Flight. It's a really relaxing game. It costs $3.
I have that. It's not bad.
Yeah, I bought
You should
it.
try their other game, Islanders. It's really good too.
What is it? Is a similar, like, kind of really simplistic game and mechanics and.
Yeah, it's like a
peaceful.
cross between a city builder and a puzzle game.
Cool.
You place down buildings in certain ways, you get points. You get enough points, you get more buildings to place down. Rinse, repeat.
What game?
Islanders?
I'm talking about Super Flight. He's talking about Islanders, made by the same developer. Super Flight's $3. It's just a game where you play like it's a voxel-based procedural generated game, and you just fly around and like glide around, kind of like a wingsuit. And the goal is to do like really cool maneuvers and try
Captain,
and get as
if you're
like
looking for
make
crew
it through
members,
small
Ellie or
passages
Felix,
and get
they're
as close
sharing
to
a
the
drink
walls as
upstairs.
possible. The closer you are, and if you're successful, the more points you get. It's $3. It's really relaxing.
So it's kind of like Air Brawl.
I don't know that game, so I don't know.
It's like a wingsuit simulator.
Yeah, it's really fun. You should check it. It's $3.
It also will very quickly show you
Destination
why
reached.
everyone
The
who has
groundbreaker.
ever been an innovator in the wingsuit sport is dead. That's not hyperbole. Everyone who has ever been an innovator in the wingsuit industry is dead, and they did not die of natural causes.
What, you mean jumping? You trying to use a wingsuit isn't natural causes?
Yeah.
One, there's a few things that I don't like about Discord, and I recently found out that I was hoping was wrong. You know, like when you change your
My comm
profile
center
picture,
already got an
I kinda
update
wish there
ping
was
from
a
the
way
backup relay.
where you can, like,
I trust
move
everything went
the,
smoothly.
like the bubble somewhere, like you want the bubble to specifically have
That's
this
odd.
in there.
The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission
mean?
logs, the relay
Like a
hasn't
little
received a
square,
single
or, like, you can
unencrypted
zoom
message
in
in
or
the
zoom
past
out.
36 months. Must be on account of
Set
some
what's
new
inside
security
the
red tape.
circle
Well,
to your
whatever's the cause, the board
Victor,
and the
what's
Earth
your
Minister will
highest
see it
score
sorted.
on
Thanks
Super
again
Flight?
for saving my derriere. I secured
I
quite the
don't
payment
know off the top of my
authorization
head.
for you
Right
from
now,
Chief
for
Jun
me,
Lei.
it's
Try not to spend it all in one place.
35,000 is my high score. My best combo is 17,000. So that's the highest score I've gotten off a single obstacle avoidance, and then my overall highest score is 35,000.
Throw it in, I'll take a look.
The reason I got 17,000 was I was on this this level, and right off the spawn there was this like almost near impossible little slit, and I just kept trying it from different angles and different speeds, and I managed to get 17,000 on a single spot.
CNP Boris Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds.
had a moment to... You don't hurry. I found it.
Also, I saw that there's like a big Hitman sale, and it's incredibly I was like, oh, I was thinking about getting Hitman 1 or 2, and then I'm not gonna do that now because the system for buying the game is incredibly convoluted now.
That and the newer ones are fond of putting ads in them. So fuck that. Fuck them. My high score is 22,214. My best combo is 9,227.
Yeah. So I got my high score is 35,000. My best combo is 17,000.
Hey,
Put about 2 hours into it now.
Yes.
If you're here... Yes. Take that, darling. Shouldn't be...
Say again?
I was asking Hayes.
Fantastic.
But
There
Do
you
be
go.
careful with it, dear.
Can I ask you a
As
question?
these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire.
If
You
I
should have a
make
chat
my
with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices.
avatar a picture
She's a tear.
of, let's say,
Was there anything
a
else?
dragon dildo, will I be banned?
Make your profile picture whatever you want.
Gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet?
We all heard that, right?
I know, Monarch.
Witness.
I mean, people might judge you for it, but
Oh, it looks adorable. A very adorable one.
an adorable
Yeah,
dildo.
so-
I
Give you some really good advice.
As long as there's paying work.
While it's okay to refer to dildos like that, never ever refer to a man's penis. as adorable.
Shipping out against him? Well, I'm pretty sure a man's penis doesn't look like a little alligator. Or a little dragon that's hugging itself.
Well, that said, my only gripe with the game is you can't control with the mouse.
I was thinking that as well. That would be cool.
If this is something to buy. Sure is.
Also,
Welcome
one thing
aboard,
I
contractor.
find annoying is
One of my
I
guys
mean,
in
I understand
Stellar
it's
Bay has a
procedurally
lead on some
generated,
high-grade
but
salvage. But he went
when you
dark
want to get
before
in
he
like
could spill
those
the
really
goods.
tight corners on the like
We
sort of
arranged a drop at
insides
the
of all the
Saltuna warehouse's
structures,
loading
a lot of
dock.
the times you just hit it down.
Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My
I
gal
got a
Catherine
few
will be
lucky
expecting you.
generations where I could actually like properly navigate the interior of the big fucking structure without
Now,
like a
get
bunch
going.
of without a dead
Catherine will
end
brief
or a
you
bunch
on
of
the
like tight
details when you
corners that
check
are
in with her at
impossible
Fallbrook.
at speed. But most of the
One
time,
last thing.
you have to just go for
When
the
you're on the job, keep a pair of
little
eyes
holes
in the
that
back
are
of your head.
around
Understood?
on the outer edge. Also, my strategy has been to find, since
Few
you only have a
laws and
limited
even
amount
fewer
of distance you
people
can
to
travel before you
enforce
have to go to
them.
the bottom,
If you're
to
working
just
for the right
hit as many
side,
ones on the
it's a
top
fucking
side as I can,
paradise.
and then sort of work my way down.
You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about.
Or just find
Probably.
the coolest and hardest
I ain't worried if you
obstacle
aren't,
to get
Captain.
through.
Honest.
I find it's best if you got one where it's really close to the spawn.
Yeah, that's where I usually get most of my points. Is just mastering a specific obstacle and then going around the rest of the map to get as many points as possible. Or if I can't find any, then mastering that one obstacle and then just heading straight down or finding a portal and going to the next map. Because then you can get something like 15k in a single combo if you hit it just right and you're really close to the walls and it's a tight spot. And then after that, you just go to the next map and find better obstacles.
I just feel like the points don't quite reflect the difficulty of some of these.
Yeah. This is true.
I need more fucking captains.
Captain, my captain.
Who left? that?
Oh my god, they just kicked my intel off the bridge. Fuck!
You kicked intel off the bridge?
Yeah, they kicked an orc carrying intel off a bridge for no reason.
Oh,
Bunch of dick.
that doesn't sound very good.
So how's that new grind, Hayes?
I'm actually not grinding for anything right now. I'm just getting orc captains to be my bitches.
That sounds like a good plan.
Well, I'm trying to take over the like outpost thing in this area, but I need captains to do it.
4
You
of
should
the 6
throw
of
all
us
your
are
orc-
streaming.
You should throw your orcs into a canyon, then they would be in. Then that canyon would be an orc chasm.
Here, someone check out my stream.
God.
Vector, check
No.
out my stream. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this
No more
corner.
fertilizer
It's
shipments to be
kind of a
brought on
tight one.
board.
I think I can get
Who
it.
keeps ordering these?
I gotta come out really
Sounds like you
wide.
didn't get it that time.
I think I'm gonna let them fight this out, and then I'm gonna get
Hey, Captain.
involved.
I got a
Turn a little
thing
bit
I
earlier.
want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said before. I think I'm ready to stop fretting.
You might be
and
able to pull up.
and
at
I'm
the
thinking
end
of doing
there.
it here.
That gap on
on
the
the
other
ship.
side.
Yeah, I know, but I want to hit that corner, and I think I've gotten
I was kinda
really
hoping
close.
you'd
I know it's
offer.
possible.
The thing is, I
That was
can't
too low for that
smell
one.
like sweat most days, and well, don't look too close to my
Just
fingernails.
gotta take it, like stick to this
I was
wall and then
thinking-
start turning in now. Oh, I made it. This was too low. Didn't pull up.
I mean, only
Today's
anyhow.
Friday,
Oh
right?
Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Why the fuck are there cows on my goddamn spaceship?
Why the fuck
They
not?
really are trying Firefly audience, aren't they?
They really are.
Which audience?
Firefly audience. Look, there's straight up 4 woolly cows in my cargo bay, and I have no idea why.
Oh, there we go. Oh Jesus.
You have to commit to lines, otherwise you'll wreck. It's very hard to course correct.
Oh, bitch. That's right, you're with me. Let's go.
See, as hard as that is, it should give you more points.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
I mean, oh shit. You just have to hit it like as close to the walls as you can, and you can get like, if you take that really, really tight, you can
I
get
could
like
spend
10k
hours
points.
So,
Good to see you, boss.
I wish you could look around with the mouse, because it's you kind of just have to gauge what you're about to go into by what you can see. Because if you commit to it, you can lose your score if you don't actually know what you're getting into.
Overall score is
Welcome
not
back,
difficult
Captain.
to raise.
Now that
just
you
have
have
to,
acquired
you
a
know,
nav key to Stellar Bay,
play
would you
it
like me
safe.
to contact Dr.
Probably.
Wells?
Yeah, but I prefer
Hard
to do
combo
risky maneuvers.
That's right, bitch. You serve me now.
We're now
Stay
in
in fight.
orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can
I
we
tried
talk?
a 40k combo once.
This
It was
Roseway
fucking-
business smells.
Like I'd gotten through the
Something
section of the
tells
run
me
it
things
gave it
didn't
to
end
me,
well for the guy who
but
made
I
the
don't know what
distress
it was I
call.
did that made it
And
give me so much
whoever
that
or whatever
particular
got
run.
him will be waiting for
I was
us.
too busy looking at the score going, oh shit, wow, that's ridiculous, to not notice the
Just a
wall
little
coming out.
caution. Could be a reason no one's picked up this job
And
yet.
it hit the wall before the score was finished counting down.
They don't give medical degrees
I
to
lost
dummies,
4.
Captain. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
I'm on a good score right now, so I don't want to commit to anything crazy. Oh Jesus!
No
I did.
security. Not that I'm complaining.
I'm not gonna try to do anything. Oh, and I fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I thought it looked easy enough, and I just fucked it up. Oh jeez. Once you're going straight down, it's very hard to turn around in the way you want to. Just had enough time. Oh, yeah. That's what I hate about going inside the big structures. Once you're going fast enough, you're almost always screwed. Yeah.
Oh, his head came clean off. Yes.
I need to get out of here. I want a new map.
Oh, I'm not done.
Dive straight down till you hit the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Like you may even need to hit a portal. We'll just hunt you to the new map.
Yeah, there's one, but nope. I mean, it's not just straight down. You can also go to the sides as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're dead, bitch.
Nice.
Death-defying? Oh my god. Oh fuck, my horse is bleeding out, my horse is bleeding out. Not today, friend.
Oh, that's a tight one. Wait for that. Yeah, there you go. If I hit that even closer to the corners, or do it fast enough, I can probably get like 7k or 8k out of that.
Canadians. Hard to tell a Canadian from an extremely boring regular white person unless he's dressed to go outdoors. Very little is known of the Canadian country since it's rarely visited by anyone but the Queen and illiterate sport fishermen. It is thought to resemble a sort of Arctic Nebraska. It is reported that Canadians keep pet French people. If true, this is their only interesting trait. At any rate, they are apparently able to train Frenchmen to play hockey, which is more than any European has ever been able to do. Good points. Still have plenty of Indians to abuse. Proper forms of address. Bud, Mac, Mr. Hey you. Some examples of Canadian repartee. Two Canadians are talking in a bar. One Canadian says, "Who was that lady I saw you with last night?" "That was my wife," replies the other. A lady is shopping at a Toronto drugstore and accidentally leaves the bottle of aspirins that she bought on the counter. She gets on a bus, and the minute the bus is pulled away from the curb, remembers leaving her purchase behind. My aspirins, she yells. And the bus driver says, "Maybe you left them in the drugstore." A little Canadian boy named Johnny Fuckerfaster is screwing a little girl into the porch of his house. His mother comes out of the door and yells for him.
Something bit them.
Johnny
Something with more
Fuckerfaster.
teeth than is strictly necessary.
"I'll be there in a minute," he says.
What the fuck?
That was the Canadian excerpt from P.J. O'Rourke's Foreigners Around the World.
That's good.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10
doing this?
Warning. Having obstruction.
Oh, very nice, bro.
That one, oh god. Ah, that seems difficult. That's not it. Oh god, oh god. Where's this again? It's over here. Is that possible? That doesn't seem possible.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of reverse.
Oh shit, that is possible. Okay, I've done it.
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction will be deducted from all staff pay.
I kind of like this map. It looks like a series of large trees.
Yeah, that one I wish was really good for points as well, because there's a lot of those, and you have a lot of time to get a view of them and hit them.
Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
Holy shit. That would have been a lot of points. Is it possible?
Commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
There we go. The first time I only got 1,000 on that one, but you just try and get as many walls as possible and near as many
Hey,
walls.
Liz, back.
Nope.
Warning. Having obstruction.
Can't see fucking anything with this one.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of reversal. Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction.
Oh, that's not a place. This one really throws me off. You can't. Everything's fucking so dark. That was a mistake.
Shouldn't we be looking into that distress call? Not that I mislike feeling the wind in my hair.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a
This one was really hard to gauge
They left their
distances.
own outside to die? Was it that bad?
The Scots. Sour, stingy, depressing beggars who parade around in schoolgirls' skirts with nothing on them. Their fumbled attempt at speaking the English language. Oh shit. Their fumble attempt at speaking the English language has been a source of amusement for 5 centuries, and their idiot music has been dreaded by those not blessed with deafness for at least as long. The latter is produced on a device resembling 5 flutes that have grown a piss bladder. Formerly, the Scots painted themselves blue and ranged far and wide over the British Isles, but good fortune prevailed and they were conquered by their betters. What passes for an alcoholic beverage in the dreary province to which the Scots have been driven has enjoyed a short vogue among fairies and advertising types, but this appears to be giving way to cocaine. Good points. Attractive plaids. Proper forms of address. Scotty, jock, legs, and plaid ass.
I done had enough of this shit.
An anecdote
I'm just the
illustrating
fucking
something
tarmac
of
guard.
the Scots character.
No one said nothing about fighting
In
no
recent
raps.
years, the small Scottish nationalist movement has become so desperate that it's been kidnapping money and ransoming it for people.
Distress call?
What?
From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed. Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such. Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center. Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts. Forget I said anything about that. Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. Them's good eating.
No, way too fast.
Some say chicken. I say the north end of a southbound woolly cow. Anything else you'd like to know? Oh, before I forget, Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
It's almost good. Okay, I'll be right back. My oven's preheated.
Right here.
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill. Over the garage.
Top of the hill's grafted on territory. Sit down.
I don't need to do it myself. I can stay here if you want.
So you'd send someone else on your damn fool mission.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm ready for another bar crawl, Captain.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's gonna tell you to make tracks. Want to treat yourself before you go?
Oh, she's gone straight.
Annie Cleo.
As There's a lot of good obstacles in this one. So, can't wait too much for that.
Now there's 4 people streaming. I just now saw it.
It's been that way for a while.
Try this one. I think I might get more points from this. Yeah.
The vent shaft? Or how?
We are experiencing a security event, sir and/or madam. Please vacate the premises immediately and return to your domicile or designated
I'm
workplace.
not ready to go to do away with this map yet. There's a lot of potential here.
You are? But corporate never told me they were sending a fixer. Nobody tells me nothing. I have strict orders not to talk about anything that happens in a classified area. Please remember that Anti-Cleo Pharmaceuticals is not responsible for any loss of life.
Should have gone down. Should have gone down.
Roseway Lab is a highly classified facility. I am not allowed to confirm or deny its alleged
I see how I can get max
existence.
points on that one. I'm just gonna go for the upper spot.
I've stayed in worse.
Damn it. That was almost 7,000 points if I can get that whole upper area.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's necessary that we hear all of your clicking on your keyboard?
Yes.
Thank you, Hayes.
That's the immersion.
That's what you get for mechanical keyboards.
No, it's what you get for binding a stupid ass key to your push to talk.
I mean, it's actually on my mouse, but I'm talking and then I'm trying to, you know, move around with
Maybe
keys.
less talking, more moving.
Maybe put the microphone away from your keyboard.
It'd probably still pick it up.
Like, closer to your face. Because I have a mechanical keyboard. No one's ever complained to me about, you know, keyboard sounds.
You're underestimating the importance of the 8th back.
Blankenship, she's okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I'm a frequent masturbator. No one's complained to me about masturbation sounds.
I always knew it.
Wait, what?
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 Who?
When?
How? I'll do you one better.
Where's the
Why?
cow?
In my ship's hold.
Full circle, boys.
So how's that cow delivery coming?
I thought
No
you
idea.
got launched, like, out of, like, through re-entry onto the planet without a ship.
What? Oh, this game? Yeah, I got a ship.
You already got a ship?
I got a ship. It's very easy if you land the escape pod on top of the ship's previous captain, and then you just go to the AI and say, hey, it's me, your captain.
Oh yeah, Captain.
And the ship's AI says, doesn't matter to me. All men are the same anyway.
I got a bucket of chicken, you got a bucket of chicken. Wanna do it? Okay.
No, seriously, Meta, the ship's AI is the most butch-looking ship's AI I've ever seen.
So it's like the opposite of Cortana.
Yes.
Oh, Cortana, yes.
You wanna fuck a digital being.
Well, duh, don't you?
Well, it's a hot digital being.
You're the one who plays Dungeons and Dragons and watches anime. You're talking to me about fucking shit like that?
I mean,
would
Meta,
like to
we're
mention
guys.
that
Let's be honest
I
here.
do not watch anime.
Meta, let's be honest here. We're guys. If you were to take a brick wall and chisel out a hole into it, and maybe a couple of nice brick ass cheeks, we'd probably try and put our dicks in it.
I mean, I guess you might. I'd rather just fuck like a real girl.
He said, boy, I heard it. Did you guys hear it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Love you too, Hayes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this auto loot skill is amazing. Oh, I didn't want to kill
Definitely
that
more
guy.
than 800 points for that.
Meta, you're thinking about this all wrong. I mean, there's no challenge in making a woman come, but if you manage to make a brick wall come, yeah, you'll be a fucking legend.
You'll win the Nobel Prize. How to generate matter from nothing.
Black hole.
It's not
Exactly. Your acceptance speech will be like, well, they only said you couldn't get blood from a stone.
How do I get back there? This is down here?
The Witch King of Agmar could not be killed by a man.
Must be this way. Yes, it is this way.
Oh.
The Australians. Violently loud alcoholic roughnecks whose idea of fun is to throw up on your car. The national sport is breaking furniture, and the average daily consumption of beer in Sydney is 10 3/4 imperial gallons for children under the age of 9. Making a shambles is a required study in the primary schools, and all Australians are bilingual, speaking both English and sheep. Possibly as a result of their countries being upside down, the local dialect has over 400 terms for vomit. These include technicolor yawn, talking to the toilet, round-trip meal ticket, and singing lunch. It is illegal to employ the Aboriginal inhabitants as anything.
Yes, what?
Excuse me.
I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
The stats are better on the Spacers show.
It's illegal to employ the Aboriginal inhabitants as anything but toilets.
You
and
picked
some
a hell of a day to
peculiar
visit.
forms of native
Vaughn.
wildlife have
Von
up
Cortez.
to 9 assholes.
Dr. Von Cortez. but just
The
Vaughn's
recent
fine.
destruction of
Really.
Darwin by a hurricane was actually a cover story for the regrettable coincidence of paydays on 3
Over in the main
separate
labs.
sheep stations.
I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not
Good
blown
point.
fuses.
Amusing zoo.
We've been cooped up in here,
Proper
I don't
forms of
know,
address.
hours? Too long.
Steady there.
I have to get back
Cool off.
to work.
For Christ's sakes, not in the sink. Stay back. I've got a gun.
What? I mean, we're surrounded by hungry
An
raptidons.
anecdote illustrating
Wouldn't be.
something of
Am
the
I right?
Australian character.
Look, I don't want to go back
An
out there,
Australian
but there's
fellow
a thing
asked
I
his
gotta do.
girlfriend to fight, but she says
I
she
have to
doesn't
leave an
want to
experiment
because
running
she
at the
isn't
lab.
feeling well.
Something I've been working on a
What do you
long
mean
while.
not feeling well, he says.
Something that could really get me
You know,
ahead.
she says I've got my
Know
time
what I
of the
mean?
month. What do you mean time of the month, he says. You know, she says I've got my period. What do you mean period, he says. You know, she
I've
says
been
I'm
extracting
bleeding
organic
down here,
compounds
and
from
she opens up her
raptidons.
pants to show.
Compounds that have
Jesus, he says.
benefits.
No wonder you're bleeding. They've gone and cut
Extracting
your cock
how?
off.
No, wait, maybe I don't want to know.
In certain social situations.
That's what I've been saying this whole
Personal
time.
situations. Where you might want to enhance your charisma.
Oh, he's making enraptured, Captain. An aphrodisiac.
Meanwhile, Twitch is
Wrapped
rapidly
musk is
attempting
the
to
main
monetize
ingredient.
Under.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk.
Rapidly attempting to
With Monarch
monetize
embargo, the
Under.
price is sky high. But I'm not making the drug.
Under's monetized?
What is a rube?
Not anymore.
Sure. Of course.
A
Our
rube
lab's
is like
south
a
of here, down the road.
like
Not the old
bumpkin.
public lab, the
Adult.
one past that, built into the mountainside.
And underhead.
The newer lab is built for, more sensitive work. We mostly use the old lab for storage these days.
I've been trying to get
My
this
equipment's in the
obstacle
lower
forever
levels,
now.
way in the back. I have a big
Gotten
room
pretty
all to
close.
myself. Dissection tables and
Not
whatnot.
succeeded.
It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
So what you're saying is you're close, but no cigar.
Yes.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
Oh! So close.
How do you suppose that stuff's used?
Holy shit, I
You
did
drink
it!
it, or is it like
That's
perfume?
9,000 points.
I'm not interested, just curious.
Son of a bitch.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the outlaws?
Oh,
Who are you then?
I almost beat my high score, and I fucked it up.
Oh, well, good luck.
Everyone.
Took a risk, an unnecessary risk.
Fucking useless coffee.
Of course,
So
because
fuck
I didn't.
Badger.
Now you see the real hot action is a platypus. Because they got those poisonous barbs, you see.
What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to,
Not
anyway.
asking for hot action.
Why, yes. I suppose I
You know,
could.
it occurs to me
Thanks.
that the platypus, being a mammal, secretes both milk and produces
No,
eggs.
well,
because it's
yes,
oviviparous.
No, perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet.
What this means is that a platypus is actually an
Up the
excellent
south gate.
source of omelets.
I found an advanced pistol when we moved here. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you? Blast. Well, good luck.
Spectre,
I hope I see you
refuse
back.
to acknowledge your presence.
Extremely tight fit, and I'm impressed.
I
they
know.
put-
I've done 3 runs of this, so I've been testing it out. This is a mistake, yep. Told myself alone. Yeah, what I've been doing is hit this one first, and then go down this way. And I believe it's around this corner here. Right here, yeah. There's one on the lower end that's even harder to do. But they're both possible. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright. Here we go. Whew. Please tell me this. Okay. Just soak up some easy points here. Oh god, I screwed that up. 1,000. Got way too low.
That's an unusual looking formation.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen one like that yet. It's usually just like plateaus.